people a heads up here. Good afternoon, good morning, everybody. We will be with you shortly, getting a little bit of a late start. We'll be right with you. If everyone could give me a quick audio check, just let me know that my mic works. It's a little buggy. All right, everybody, we're going to get the show started here in 1 second. I'll be right with you. All right, everybody, it's time. Good morning, everybody. Good show for you today. Enjoy this music to get things cooking here. Got C-Docs in the house. Sorry, Pedro, your mic's not on yet. I always do that at the beginning. You can barely hear me? Check 1 2 1 2, ladies and gentlemen. 1 2 1 2. I think it's you, Pedro. Check 1 2, ladies and gentlemen. Do you hear me or do you hear the music? Space Cat says I'm loud and clear. It must be just the mix I'm sending to you guys behind the scenes here. All right, everybody, let's get this show started. Good morning, everybody. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's April 4th, 2024. Soon to be April 20th. Anyway, I can't believe this year is flying by so fast. Pedro and I have been having so many good shows that we can't even believe it. The time is just racing through. But that's not what you want to hear. You want to hear, hey, everybody, my name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the digital media world. So glad to be hosting another episode of what? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, DYOR, live here on the DYOR Media Network. So glad to be hosting another show here for you today. And as always, in the house, I got my co-host, Pedro Garcia. Pedro, what's happening?
What's up, what's up, what's up? What up, people? What's up, my people? I hope everybody's doing well. How are you doing today, Tom?
Doing very well. There we go. I got you on screen here now. I always forget to turn you on at the beginning.
Yeah. Am I on? Can they hear me?
Yes, they should be able to hear you. I got your mic on this time.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, right. Pedro, I'm doing good. Since we last spoke, only a mere 24 hours or 22 hours ago.
Yeah.
I still have red bags under my eyes and red eyeballs from meme coining, and I'm in the middle of this one on Crow right now, so I might be a little distracted during the show.
What is it? What are you in? What are you in? I want to know what you in. What are you in? Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me, Goose.
People FOMO in a little bit here. But anyway, while we've got everybody in the house here, welcome Vincent, all the way from Nigeria. Vincent in the house.
Yeah,
thanks for joining us. Betty Baskins in the house. Thanks for joining us again. Betty, AJ, what's happening? Dan says, what's good?
Here.
What's
Danny,
good? What's good? Everything's good here, man. Everything's good.
He's with
James
VP.
Gerard, good to see you. Pedro Garcia. Who's that? Oh, that guy, Pedro Garcia.
That guy right here. What's up?
Shane Alfie is in the house on top of the frigates.
Frigates. Get it.
Nightcrawler says, yo, what's up, Nightcrawler? Yo, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Space Cat, as usual.
Space, the final frontier.
The final frontier.
Final frontier.
And James, of course, says, sup, Chads. I saw a meme this morning. It was the MasterCard logo, but it said Master Chad. I got a kick out of that. Arian Z, what's happening? All the way from the DeFi Dojo. What's happening?
Good to
and
see
of course,
you,
P2P Movement joins us here because they're going to shill the reward token the whole day here. they're the master shillers. Also coming to us from Nigeria, I believe. Artemis, good morning. Artemis. That's the name of the new moonshot, isn't it? Yeah.
That is. I do believe it is. Oh,
wait, hold on. Just a quick housekeeping for those of you. We seem to be having a little trouble with some the comments and hidden comments and things like that. I don't know why YouTube's moderation thing's wonky. if you're typing stuff and nobody sees it or I don't acknowledge it, head over to Twitch. And you can also, if you head over to Twitch, if you need, we want you to stay here because we like the views. But if you need to work in the background and multitask on your phone, YouTube turns this off. Head over to Twitch, load up the app, search for DYOR Media. You'll find me. You can put the Twitch app in the background. And if you're shadow banned on YouTube, you're likely not shadow banned on Twitter. Anyway, go ahead, Pedro.
Also, if you guys don't mind just doing this quick little favor, please hit that like, sub, and if you don't mind, please send us to your preferred social media, not social, but social media, because it creates a bunch of sociopaths. Anyways, but besides that, please go through, send us out there. Let us, if you think we're funny, if you think we're entertaining, if you think we're just a bunch of knuckleheads and you can make fun of us and have your friends make fun of us, please, we are open to all of that. And we do try to send you some good news, go over some TA, and we got a couple people out here that I think they've got some really. So got some traction here.
We got a good story for you guys today. For our normal viewers, the guys on today from DawKoins, they got a great story, and there's not a lot of great stories in meme coins.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of meme coins that have no stories, and they do okay. And there's a lot of meme coins that have no stories and don't do okay. But this one's just got a great story. And the community takeover leader, as it's called, however you want to address it. CDocs is in the house, and he'll be with us up on the show here in about 10 minutes or so. But Pedro, what is going on in the markets? The title of today's show was Bloodbath, and yesterday it was more of a bloodbath, and we expected it to be even more down today. But it chose to hang out for a while, and so while BTC is down from in the 70s, it's coming back. But the altcoins are all kind of dicking around as well here. What the heck is going on?
That's a great question. So we've definitely got some cool stuff going on. One of the things I think we really need to consider, right, is that we've talked about this sell-off here. It's been really important to be paying attention to, right?
Sorry about that. I forgot I had a. Go ahead, Pedro. I'll have your screen on in a second here.
It's okay. It's all right. So we really have some really great, interesting things here. One of the things that I want to bring up, and I think it's really important to look at, is that we've had this sell-off, but we didn't see any real supply wicks prior to the sell-off. So that's always a good sign, saying that there is traction to go up quickly. So that's really important to be paying attention to. And also the fact is that we did sell off. I've been talking about we need some type of real sell-off where we can get it. So I expect us to kind of come down into this lower 61,000, 57,000. In addition to that, when it comes to the whole entire altcoin,
Pedro, the signal disappeared real quick here. Hold on. Not sure what happened there. While I was trying to do something, I dropped the signal. Hold on, everybody. 1 second. 1 sec. Not the stream, just the camera view. There we go. Got it back.
Oh, snaps. Did I just see what I just see? Oh, snappity snaps, bruh.
What's that?
Oh, we definitely got...
Ka-ching in the house. Ka-ching in the house. Oh, ching. Let's holla.
Holla, baby. Holla, holla, holla. Listen, we will not stop you guys if in case you want to drop some money, let us know. And the biggest key is this, all right, is that when you guys drop that money, it sends off to the YouTube algorithm simply saying even 50 cents, $1, it doesn't matter. Any type of monetary giving, even 25 cents.
All right, I'm feeling Pedro.
Here's the thing, because we got Dawkins here, and I want to get their name out there because, well, I want to see Elon Musk pop up in the mix. So that's why.
Anyway, Pedro, I got your screen back up now live too. Ka-ching, thank you. As always, we use the proceeds from these things to promote the channel and bring you a better viewer experience. Although I always say we're going to take the money and just go to Ibiza, but we have to go do a lot more of these shows before we have enough for that.
A lot more. We also got Spurgis in the house as well.
Mennonite.
Want to say what's up? What's up, Spurgis? Good to see you. What's up, brother? All right, let's jump back into the Bitcoin era here. So right now, what we're seeing with a lot of this movement is just simply we're bouncing off of this triangle here. It is ascending triangle. So I do like the fact that we did pause here for a second. I want to see it come. If we pause here and the next day, that means the 50 period moving average would be bouncing off in this area here. So if we stay in this range here, this today, this is a good sign saying we're most likely are going to wait until we bounce off of that 50 period moving average and to see it push up. So it's kind of a hold and wait because, like I've said, we're in this pattern here where it's a ascending triangle, and I'd expect it to really kind of put in some basing here, and then maybe
Shireen in the house.
So that's really important. Let's check out Ethereum, because Ethereum, I was expecting it to come down a little bit lower here. It's actually showing a little bit more strength. So I know that there's been some nice meme coins popping up on Ethereum. So I'd expect maybe to see maybe just that transactions themselves.
I don't know how they do it though on Ethereum. I don't know how the meme coins do it. Meme coins count on tons and tons and tons of people buying $100 at a time. You know, a million kids from Asia need to put in $25. On ETH, $25 is going to cost you $18 in gas.
It will. I don't know, but it does work, and it is working. But also, if you're poor, like if you're poor, it's okay. That's why you have Solana. That's why you have like BNB. That's why you have, Matic. The fact is that there are plenty of meme coins on those as well. So it's definitely looking nice. You can always find a meme to play, as well as Crow, right? So there's a lot of, whereas in the last bull run, all you had was BNB. Now you freaking have like a lot more. So that's just how it rolls. Like, it's actually nice to have so many chains to be able to sit there and play meme coining on it. Meme-age? What do we call it? Meme coining or meme coinage? Wow.
You just call it shit coining. That's all you just.
I can't call it.
I know it ruins the YouTube algorithm.
Malarkey coining. There we go. A good old malarkey.
That's a bunch of malarkey, Pedro.
That's a bunch of malarkey. But we want it. We want to be able to get viewers here. Every time we curse, then the big old mean Bitcoining wants to sit there and be kind of a douche to us. So I mean,
there you go.
Actually, that's probably not the right thing to say. See, I'm going to get canceled here today, probably. Anyways,
Nightcrawler says one of the best narratives so far on chain. All right.
Yeah, baby. That's real. That's why they're here. That's why they're here. So when we're talking here, one of the things I'm looking at is,
what do you got up here, Pedro?
If we can tap the BNB here and see BNB kind of push up, I'd expect to see a lot of the other markets move, because I've noticed that whenever BNB starts to pump, it kind of pushes everything else. So I've kind of been following this. It's going to be really interesting to see if BNB pushes up in relationship to Ethereum. I'd expect Bitcoin to start to push up as well. So that's it in a nutshell. Talk to me, Goose. Where are we headed now?
We're headed to the moon, man. Going right to the moon. I'm not sure how we're going to get there. We might have to get a couple of $1 million and rent a seat on Elon's spaceship, or we could meme coin our way there. You never know. You never know. Anyway, let's take a little minute about social media here, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this show on Twitch or Kick, thank you very much for being the very lonely people over there. If I sent you over to Twitch, stay there. But if you're joining us from there, come on over to YouTube and join the conversation here and pump our views up. We'd really appreciate it. And to that one person watching on Kick, you're a lonely person over there. We're not on LinkedIn today, nor Roku streaming today, because just because we're not. But just as a reminder to everybody, all these episodes are also on Roku and Amazon Fire TV as well, and soon to be Apple TV as soon as I can get my dev stuff cleared for Apple. They don't make it easy over there. Don't make it easy. I also need time, and I'm not an Apple guy at all. I despise the whole Apple ecosystem, and so starting to use a Mac and all this type of stuff again, which I haven't used since like the 80s, and so it's a pain in the ass. Anyway, Pedro,
In the arse.
We got good stuff here today, man. We
do. Yeah, we do. But on a side note, I just want to be able to sit there and throw this out because it's really always important. So, Fed Chair Jerome Powell says don't expect interest rate cuts until more confidence on inflation. So that was an interesting thing. Just I know, side note for news, simply because, like I was talking about yesterday, it looks like we're kind of following the S&P 500, and so. That was the last thing I wanted to say regarding that. If we start to see a fall in the S&P 500, we potentially could see a drop in Bitcoin until we see the narrative change within Bitcoin, right? And if people start buying Bitcoin, obviously we're going to diverge from them, but it's going to be really interesting to see what happens there. Anyways, go ahead.
Well, that's what I was going to talk about just quickly here is the sentiment in the market. And two things, like as we spoke about yesterday, the retracement in Bitcoin is entirely predictable because it does that right before the halving. And we're like 16 days beforehand, I guess 16 or something like that. And traditionally, it's done that here. It's always done a 20% retracement here as the miners... I've heard different reasons why. The miners like to unload a lot of stuff and build up cash positions. They do other stuff, whatever it is. Anyway, that kind of happened yesterday. We only had like a 14% retracement, and then it started coming back. Historically, that's what happens. Also, yesterday, one of the things that contributed to the BTC mess and thus the resulting market mess was the U.S. government. They like to move those Silk Road Bitcoins from wallet to wallet for some reason. I don't understand why. But they do, and every time they do it, the market freaks out. It freaks out each time a little less. So as they do it more and more, the effect will be less. I mean, when they move those Mount Gox ones, I thought Michael Saylor's heart was going to pop right out of his chest.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are they doing? And if anyone in the U.S. government's listening, you guys should hold on to that stuff because it's going to be very valuable one day. I mean, a lot more valuable one day. So anyway, it's. The market sentiment, if you look at the fear and greed index, it was at like 88 for greed. Yeah. And then it popped back down recently. The funding rates on all the perpetual futures have gone from orange and red, which meaning more than 100% interest rate per year, down to normal funding rates now. So the market's cooled off considerably here as people wonder what's going on. And frankly, my personal opinion, it's going to not do much until... the halving, and then I'm just afraid it's going to be a sell the news event. People be like, nothing happened. So, I don't know. It just drives me crazy because this is kind of uncharted territory. I got started in crypto right when the last halving happened, and all I did was just FOMO into everything because I was new, and only got lucky on one project. And mostly got unlucky and was the exit liquidity for the rest of the market.
Bro.
But anyway, this is the spot where I just talked for a minute about our sponsors here. Yesterday, I talked about our sponsor, Audit Chain, and their product called Pacholi, and the new Pacholi AI for reviewing financial statements in pretty much all the reporting markets of the world. They're coming out with their software release of all of their validating nodes that they're putting out across the system to power their network. And that software is going to go on sale pretty shortly here. If you're interested in learning more about it, if you're one of those people that runs validating nodes, let me know, and I'll send you over to them and get you the right information. And also below me, it's the end of the tax time right here. Camuso CPA, right here. I'm running a little slow here. Patrick Camuso over at Camuso CPA is a friend of mine and runs a crypto tax accounting service. Whether you're a company that's just putting crypto on their balance sheets, or if you're somebody that screwed up your taxes the past couple of years, you should talk to Patrick because he can do things correctly. As he tells me, many of his cases are other accounting firms, including some Big Four accounts that came to him because they couldn't do it correctly. So he's the guy. Links in the bottom. Tell him Tom and Pedro sent you. That's it. Normally I pump the DeFi Lounge too, but today's a DeFi Lounge type of day, isn't it?
DeFi Lounge. Ooh,
yeah.
Dude, you know what I've got stuck in my? You know that thing? Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Oh,
oh yeah.
Bueller. I was in Bueller, bro. Doom, 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 doom.
All right, let's see if I
Anyways,
can get this right on the first shot here. Thank God I checked that. I wouldn't have got it right. Yeah, I'm a one-man show here. But anyway, it's that time of the show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You're hearing it. What are you hearing? That's right. It's time for that partnership time. That's right. It is that time of the show when we have our guests on from the DeFi Dojo AMA Lounge on Telegram, and the partnership that JB and Ariane have established with DYOR Media Network allows us to run this cute music in the background and bring cool projects on. And today we have Richard Dawkins and Dawcoins, a meme project, and their community leader / chief. I'll let you explain what he is. Oh, that ended.
We sure tried. Hey, look, you're doing good, man. You're doing good.
Anyway, C-Docs, I'm going to bring you up on the stage here right now so we can talk about your project. Welcome to the house, and this is a first on screen here. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got whoop, whoop. That's how we roll here at the DYOR Media Network. We got everybody on here to the DawKoins crew. Here is your leader in chief, C-Doc, CTO leader of the Richard Dawkins Token. Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. We're super pumped today.
All right, all you DawKoins people out there, let's see you bombing these comments here so we can put some on the screen. Challenge the boss here, or maybe correct what he says if you have to, and all that type of stuff. Oh, it's, of course, the first one that comes out that says, fresh Chad in the house.
Oh, James.
Oh, James. He's going to get back at you there in your own Telegram room, I think. But anyway, like when we first started here, I said they had an interesting story here. Why don't you give us the quick background of how this token got started, and then we'll talk about the interesting things that spurred it up into the stratosphere recently.
Yeah, cool. So, as probably many people in this chat, we got rugged. This was created off the back of a Book of Meme Dev tweet. And we saw the potential on this. It's the father of meme, right? So a couple of us came together and the rest of the team just decided to kick off a community takeover.
So you have a community takeover. The original people get lost. You launch a new contract. That's correct?
No, we kept the same because it was remunerated. It was unmutable, so we didn't need to change it.
Oh, that's good. Went through, made sure no old dev wallets were there and stuff like that. Cleaned it out, got the security up to date, and got the community backing. How did the community take to, the change here?
We kept it quiet, so we didn't actually push this until we knew it was day to launch. We put a group of influencers together, and it exploded. We put on about 1,000 people in the Telegram in a few hours.
Wow. And
overnight was insane. Yeah. Twitter went from 200-300 people. It's now sitting on nearly 3,000 or just over 3,000.
Wow.
All right. So you relaunched the project and I didn't know this. I didn't know this until I saw your project, that the word meme was developed in 1976 by a man named Richard Dawkins. And not only that, but apparently he's alive. he's alive and well. He's alive and well. And he noticed somehow the project came to his attention. How would this gentleman find out about your project?
We've worked with his foundation for a week in terms of wanting to support them. The crypto industry is littered with greed and selfishness. And we saw a great opportunity here to sort of change that narrative and give back. So we wanted to give a donation of Dogecoin to Richard for his birthday, but they had to decline because of legality reasons. But what they did do was set up a foundation, and that went live last Monday. Within their foundation, they set up a crypto payment with a third party. So since then, we've donated over $7,000 to the Richard Dawkins Foundation.
$7,000? You sent a meme coin sends its own money out somewhere else instead of pumping its own chart.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what $7,000 would have done to your chart? It would have pumped that
Yes,
to the moon,
sir.
man. Although apparently, you got better value for that $7,000 in it because he tweeted. And what happened when he tweeted?
Mr. Musk replied. Mr. Musk knows who DawKoins is.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring this up on the screen here, but you're looking at a man over here on this side of the screen here that had Elon Musk in his thread. that happens to about, of the 6 gajillion Twitter users, that happens to about 10 people a week, or maybe 10 people a day. I don't know how many he responds to, but that's not many. And we've got one of them here. Let me try and.
While you're pulling that up, this wouldn't have happened without my co-lead, KOM20. So big shout out to KOM20. Give him a load of love in the TG and Twitter.
There we go.
All right. Well, Pedro, I don't have my browser up right here. Ask him about the chart launch and what happened to it.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm gonna pull that up. What are you guys on right now? Are you guys on
KuCoin? There you go. Oh, I'm sorry. That's on me. Never mind.
Real quick, are you guys on Dex Screener?
We're on everything. Dex Screener, CMC, CG, Moontalk.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So let's gonna do this right here. Boom. Dog. Pull this baby up here real quick. Yeah, man. Like that's a beautiful dude. Like bam. Like that. Is this when?
I wonder where Elon Musk mentioned them.
Well,
on the chart.
I can tell you. So Elon and Richard's tweet took it to 5 million. It then dropped back down to about 800K. And then out of nowhere, Binance News wrote an article on us. And that's when it did the pump up to 15 million.
Oh, so that's this. So Elon Musk hit you here, or he probably hit you here to here. And then the article was from here to here.
Correct.
That's amazing.
That is actually very amazing.
So but still, it's come down a lot, but it's still well above, the launch price and that first consolidation phase before you got Elon in on the tweet here. Pedro's going to do a little technical analysis of it here, and he's going to tell you what's going on here. But the thread that Elon was in. Let me see if I've got that here too. Did that just light up? Was there a zillion responses in it?
I know.
It just went mental. We weren't expecting it at that time, and for it to come out so quickly straight after the tweet it was brilliant. And seeing the community come together and just push that narrative off the back of that, it's fantastic. That's a big goal for us and a huge achievement in building this community.
Drano's in the house. Welcome, Drano. LeBron James, our friend Drano. It's March Madness. Drano and my team is in the Final Four. That's right. For you Brits, if you don't know if you follow basketball, but it's Final Four time here in the U.S. for university basketball, and it's my team has made it to the last round. Well, the second to last round. It's the Final Four, and it hasn't happened since 1980. So there might be a little bit some beers consumed this weekend. Just laying it out there. Just laying it out there. All right, Pedro, what's going on with their chart? Pedro looks at the chart. Meme coins are very fundamental in nature and hype driven, but still the chart tells amazing things, and I have a feeling he's gonna have good things to say about this one.
Actually, so you guys literally only have one supply zone for a meme coin. You have this push up here. So we'll see when it gets to this level here, but you literally, most meme coins, I gotta sit there and look at this going, wow, this thing's it's gonna hurt. But I think you'll blow through this one right here, this resistant right here, when we come up to this level right here at that 004 to the 005 area. It'll blow through. So, and this is a pretty weak zone right here as I'm looking at it. So we'll see what happens, but it's pretty much just, in all reality, you really don't have any, it's 1 2 1 2 1 2 Boom, and then a little bit right here, but you 4, you have something right here. That will happen. That's a 4-hour zone.
Docs, was there any hint that that Binance would pick up, or one of the exchanges would pick you up just to get in on the volume trading?
Yeah, no. So we were forced listed. Again, that just came out of nowhere. XT.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So you were force listed, meaning they just started trading you.
Yeah, we knew about 5 minutes before the announcement.
Oh wow!
What does that do? I've never been part of a program that has that happen to it. Did that pump your volume, or did it just cause people to send stuff to an exchange, or what was the result of that?
Yeah, we saw a small pump, but then the obvious sell-off from early adopters. So we're comfortable where we are. We've been set in a very long accumulation phase over a public holiday. The market's down with Bitcoin, as you mentioned earlier. So we're very confident where we're sat at the moment.
Well, I mean, looking at it from a technical analysis, man, I mean, you're actually doing fairly good. Your 8-period day moving average right here, like the fact is that it's still facing up. It'll act as some type of resistance, but the reality is you really don't hold. I mean, it's just not. You very much could get right back up to this 3.3 or 3.5 area to the 4.3 area, and then after that, it's kind of a clean shot.
Yeah,
back up.
Moon potential here.
Yeah, moon potential, baby. Like legit, man. I'm looking forward to see this actually pump. I mean, I love this.
All right, C-Docs, I'm going to bring the question back to you here and ask you. So, what are the next steps for the token here? You've gone through. You've got. I've never said this on the air. You got Elon. Never used those words in that order before. You got Elon. You've got the foundation supporting you here. What's next?
Yes, we'll continue supporting that foundation forever. That will never go away. We've got stuff in the pipeline that we can't talk about yet. That's out of our hands. The postman has delivered on everything. So believe me, and read between the lines. But, we're waiting. We've just kicked off a big marketing campaign this week, potentially looking at an AMA tour into next week, PR releases prior and after, a potential event or plan that we're looking at working on, or we are working on. And then thereafter, we'll reassess. We want to hit the Asia market. We've got loads of ideas of how we could expand this narrative around Richard. So we're working on that now. We're putting a plan together for multiple different scenarios.
Just so for the loyal DYOR viewers here that may not have missed this earlier, because I noticed our numbers have changed here in the past few minutes. Richard Dawkins was the father of the word meme, and clearly we would have another type of name now, like shit or malarkey coins or something like that. But the word meme has just been wonderful because of the cartoon memes that started over the years, and then of course Twitter memes for more years, and then as the crypto market got started, they latched on to that meme coin thing, and with them we've had Shib and Pepe and all these guys, including the little green guys down in the corner of the screen here. None of those guys would be here today in this whole industry of cartoons around interesting theme-based coins, I'll call them. Wouldn't be here without a man in 1976 using the word meme. And do you know why? I don't know why he made the name. Can you explain to us why he came up with this name?
Yes, it was in reference to the gene and how he would rather have a meme that was different than a gene. Completely different to how we use it today. And I love how you just picked up on there. It's a meme story. It started in 1976, and there's been constant evolution. And that's something that's really big here for Richard Dawkins, his whole theories around evolution. So what we're trying to do here is teach meme culture whilst also showing the meme story of evolution.
So it comes from the word gene, as in your DNA. It has nothing to do with satire or... Now, see, that's a good story. I liked it. It had a real purpose at first. I'd rather have a meme than a gene. and today I'd rather have a it's the crap coin I was crapping around in earlier isn't doing so well now. Its volume's dropping, and Pedro, you're probably going to tell me just sell it.
Are you ahead?
Put it into DAO.
I have a feeling that is going to happen.
I think it should.
All right, so where do you see when people in meme coins say they're in it for the long haul? Usually that means like 3 days. You know, oh, well, we're in this for the long haul, and then a week later the devs have effed off and gone that type of stuff. But you've kind of done things differently in long haul by helping the Dawkins or Richard Dawkins and his people actually establish a foundation, donate to them, and you're planning on continuing that to the future. That means you personally plan to stay with this project for a while as its community leader and face of the organization. Is that a true statement?
True statement. I stopped work last Wednesday. I've had a successful sales career in corporate, so it's not about money for me. For the last 3 months, I've hardly even been able to pull myself to this desk. And then the last 8 days, I haven't left this desk other than to sleep. So I'm hooked. I'm a crazy, degenerate motherfucker, right? And I'm fully hooked. So yeah, I've got no plans. I've been in Bitcoin since 2013. I made a lot of money in the last cycle and other coins as well. This is my passion, and let's make this work. We get this to where we want it to go to. I'll stick around forever.
All right, I'd like to ask all my guests this question to kind of flesh out, especially when we meet like this over a good topic, and the guest has a history in crypto and didn't just get hired from Fiverr to be the face of an organization. What was the first thing that you heard about it in crypto? What, like, was it Bitcoin? You're like, hey, how did you learn about it?
I don't know if it's legal to say on here. But I heard about Bitcoin at about $90, and we were transacting, and stupid me said it was a bubble that will pop, and I sold. That was back in late 2013.
Ouch!
Yeah.
Oh my dude, oh my.
Why do you think we're here trying to make loads of money today?
Oh.
Yeah, no, I got you. No, but I think I was referring to when you the first time you heard about it, like digital what? Digital currency?
Yeah, like I said, a bubble that will pop. I just thought it was a gimmick, a phase.
Yeah.
We're going back now 11 years, and this is now embedded into society.
Ladies and gentlemen, Carmen Crypto in the house. Hello, Chumbalones.
What up? What's up, Carmen? What's up? It's good to see you.
C-Docs, the English translation of a Chicago term, Chumbalones, is the people that get it taken in the shorts and taken advantage of by the government, and by the man, and by anyone. And so a famous Chicago mafioso used the word Chumbalones when referring to the general people, and now we refer to it as what the government does to the people. But Carmen has taken that on. Carmen Crypto is a periodic co-host on this show, one of my good friends in crypto, coming to us from Las Vegas. Welcome, Carmen Crypto. Let's see, where would I? Sorry, Carmen distracted me on that.
That's okay. So I have a couple questions.
Yeah. So okay, go ahead, Pedro. Lay it out.
So in relationship to when you first got started, and then you got into this project, obviously, I've been a part of projects where I just, your heart, I don't know what it is, whether it's the community or whether it is whatever, but you just become attached to it. Like, what was it with you with Dawkinson? Am I saying it? I think I'm messing it up.
Coins?
That's the one.
Yeah. Dude, what captivated you to make you stick around and go, man, there's something here. Like, I want to be the fervency, the face, the cojones behind this.
The cojones.
Yeah, I before it got rugged, I knew straight away the narrative was so strong. That the father of meme, there's nothing else out there. It's unmatched. From then, it was just instinct. This has to be done. This can't be ignored. So an anxious week last week getting it off the ground, but things are settling now and we're starting to plan more strategically.
Nice. I love it. That's a good narrative. And what do you want to see this thing? I mean, like, let's dream a little. If you can push this, how far are you going to try to push this? I mean, we're talking $1 billion, $2 billion,
Billions.
$5 billion, billions.
Billions. That's where we want this.
Marketing.
Perfect timing in the cycle. Perfect narrative. Unmatched. This can go.
Agreed. I agree. It's going to be real fun to watch. Go ahead, sir. Take it away, maestro.
I mean, I just love it here. Let me. What I was wanting to do here was bring the website back up here. Hold on. Where was that section? I got too many tabs open. So anyway, one of the things I always like to go over is to make sure the viewers know how to get in on your project. So where do you buy this? Where's the best place? What's the best DEX to buy this?
Yes, you can buy it on Radium, Jupiter, Polymex, XT. I prefer Radium. It's all I've used. It's got the bigger liquidity pool as well. We're starting to build liquidity pools in other platforms, but Radium's the place to go.
Oh, I'm not even on the screen here. I had myself off. And if people can see it here, let me try and bring it, make this a little bigger here for you degens out there. This is the ultimate in degenning here. It doesn't get any better than this. The tweet behind me, Richard Dawkins says, "Well, just fancy that. To commemorate my birthday on the 26th of March and the coining of the term of the word meme in 1976. I was 8 then, just so you know. Somebody has created a meme coin, the Dawcoin, and I don't even know what that means, but it sounds intriguing. And Elon Musk, his actual real account, replied to it. I mean, the marketing doesn't get any better from that. Like I say to everybody, I'm not a journalist here. This is marketing, this show. It's education. I use it to teach myself, and I use it to teach the viewers. But this is just marketing gold. That's all this is. It's just gold, and it's sitting in C-Doc's pocket right now, saying we can whip out the Elon card. I love it. Finn Robson says, "Duh, it's bullish." I'll say it's bullish.
Yes, sir.
And on the chart, it's just like Pedro said. It doesn't look like there's much upside resistance, and it's right in that period where a lot of the tokens that have their initial pumps and then coming back down but maintain some strength just start getting traction again, and then they just start mooning again. And I hope that's where this one is going. C-Docs, any other last things here you want to talk about here while I got you on the air?
Yeah.
Questions from the audience? Anything? Let us know, people.
We've built some utility. We've created a DawKoins AI meme bot that's on Telegram. We've now built a web version that'll be going onto the website, and we've also created a father of meme gallery where we'll allow our holders to upload their memes, and then they can vote thumbs up, thumbs down. So we want to really get the community engaged, have fun, and earn money. And that's the most important thing to everyone.
Well, I agree with that. Jesus asks, what chain are they on? They're on Solana. And as he said, you use the best DEX with the best liquidity pool is Radium.
Correct, yeah. Radium.
And then they're on a couple of exchanges too. But obviously, if you go to CoinMarketCap and look up Dawcoins, all of that information, the exchanges they're traded on will be there, and you can get to them. And so this one's a little bit different. Thank you for coming on the show on camera. I really appreciate it. I noticed the haircut appointment worked well there. It got you out of the house, didn't it?
I missed it.
Oh.
I missed it. I slept.
I have personal experience too. I live in Chicago and in Ottawa, Ontario, in Canada. My wife lives in Canada. I live here because my kids are here. We go back and forth, and she's there right now in Canada, which means I spend way too much time on crypto. And the other day, I went to the grocery store because I absolutely positively had to go, and I was like, I haven't been out of the house in 3 days. And it's an apartment building too. I'm like, I haven't even been out, like the door hasn't been unlocked in 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the life of a bull run. That's what that is.
Oh, it's tough. It is tough, I tell you.
Yeah, Jesus coming to us from San Francisco. He calls us Chirac. Yeah, Chirac. Do you know what's going on in San Francisco? The whole city's just falling apart because you guys keep electing people that are bigger idiots than we elect in Chicago.
I don't even understand how people get in office. I mean, when you look at like straight up Canada, you look at America, I'm just like, how did we get here? Like, how is it that,
do you know how we're trying to solve the problem, Pedro?
Just, you know what?
We're trying to solve it with meme coins. That's what we're trying to do.
Yes, raise money so we can
vote Dawkins.
A quick question for you. We actually got a question from the audience, and it is by James Gerald. I'm horrible when it comes to this. Do you have any plans to do a short convo with Richard Dawkins himself? I need to. Is this in the works? Are you guys reaching out to him?
If you want to do a conversation with him, I'll host it for you. We'll do it
yes. Dude, that would be awesome. I would reach out to him because we all know you bring him on, and then all of a sudden you say, hey, yeah, then tell the story, and then you say, if you could bring on Elon, we'd appreciate that as well.
I'm sure they're best friends now, right?
That would be unbelievable. Yeah, we're working hard. Hard.
All right, if you can do it, if you can put that together, I'll gladly host it and do the tech stuff for you and get the word out. That would be a really fun conversation. Is he British?
He's a Brit. Yeah, he's Brit. Yeah.
So I guess he's got the old British guy accent too. Just hit him talking about, I'm just sitting around with my chuffed nuts and.
Cheers, mate.
And these guys ring me up. And I said, okay, I'll take your money.
Dude, right? Dude, that would be, he'd be like, Cheerio, sounds great.
Cheerio.
Off to see the king.
Yo, it would even be insane. And all of a sudden, like, he comes on, and then all of a sudden you got like all these other big heads. Like, so who's this Richard Dawkins boy? Why is he doing this? And all of a sudden you start getting rockers coming in, and that. See, now we're dreaming here, but that would be real interesting to see if that, because sometimes you just don't know, right? Like, it just starts to take on a life of its own, and all of a sudden you just ride in that roller coaster, like, yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see, Pedro. We'll see. We're working hard.
Yes.
Just so you know, Finn Robson coming to us from Scotland. If it's not Scottish, it's crap. Just so you know, because C-Docs over here, next to me here, delivers on everything he says. Apparently the community has named him the postman because every day he delivers. And in a community and in a project like this, if you've got a dev, or I guess dev isn't even the right term. It's a leader of the organization, even if it's, by default. If you got someone that can deliver on promises every day, then that is a step past 90% of not just meme coins, but projects in general.
Yeah, we're not here to mess over our investors. We're here to make money. We're here for everyone to make money. We're here to change altcoin, tell a narrative, tell the culture, and support Richard. And that's what we're here to.
Jesus refers to you as the Postman Malone. Get some face tats. just get those temporary ones for the next time you're on an AMA, a video AMA, and just say, "Oh, I'm the Postman Malone." All right, we're getting long in the tooth here. Once again, you mentioned the future AMAs you got coming up here, an AMA tour going on. You mentioned the utilities coming on here, and of course, we're trying to talk you into doing a one-on-one with Richard Dawkins here on our show. Oh, wait, here we go. Hold on. Can the postman give a prediction for United versus Chelsea tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to batter you, Sam.
I'm guessing Sam's United and you're Chelsea?
Nah, other way around.
Oh, I got the other way around. Oh.
Yeah, big United fan. Travel the world for them.
Wait. But
yeah,
you're not up there.
but we'll leave that one out. No, my family's half my family's from up there. Yeah, we moved down here when we were young.
I got you. All right, I'll give you my English Premier League story. I'm a Chicago baseball fan. The Chicago Wrigley Field baseball stadium is right down the street here, and my sister actually lives next to it. And you can see the grass from her apartment and stuff.
Oh, nice.
And we were season ticket holders for a zillion years and stuff like this. And through my old business, I did a lot of business with a guy that lived in Surrey, in Sutton.
Yeah.
And he's a fine chap. His name's Dave. We had a great time. I spent a lot of time down there with him and in London with him. And he came over to the U.S. once, and it was there was a Cubs baseball game. I said, why don't you come to the game with me? He's like, I love baseball. I said, all right, I have season tickets. He said, well, I'll have to root for the Cubs now since you got me to go to my first game and all that. I said, he said, I'm a season ticket holder in England for Chelsea, and I was like, I have no idea who that is. He's like, Premier football team, one of the major ones. I'm like,
don't know about that. They bought their way.
American. And so anyway, he said, all right, next time you come over, make sure it's during if you come over during the season and they're home, we'll go to a game. And so sure enough, he took me over there, and he and the lads, as they say, took me to a game. I have a feeling it was versus Arsenal. I'm not exactly sure, but right to Stamford Bridge. They had nice seats up by the guys that wear the things in their mouth and announce the whole thing.
Yeah.
They were right behind us. It was so funny. Had a great time. But in the U.S., they bring you beer to your seats here. Yeah,
you're not allowed.
I know. And they're like, you have to go stand in like this prison cage, and you have to chug it there and then leave. And I'm like, this is no fun.
Yeah, changed years ago. Yeah, they changed the rule years ago because of hooliganism.
The hooligans, yeah.
Those bloody.
And here we sit in the U.S. in the baseball games, and you can use your phone now and just boop 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 boop.
No way.
Beer shows up in your seat.
Oh, brilliant! Teach us a lesson on that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Americans.
That's my Premier League story.
One thing about us is we like alcohol.
Well, the Brits are no different. They've ruined me more than one time. Anyway, we're at that time of the show, ladies and gentlemen. C-Docs from DawCoins here, and thank you to the people at the DeFi Dojo Lounge. As I say, this segment was powered by DeFi Dojo and C-Docs. We look forward to following your token. Please keep us informed of changes. We'll be happy to make announcements about things and have you back on the show if anything major happens to it, and go from there.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much, Tom. Thank you, Pedro.
Thank you, brothers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to this screen here. Thanks to everybody once again. The DeFi Dojo. I wanted to play their music more loudly for the rollout there, but it didn't happen. I'll give it a little shot here. Thank you, JB and Ariane. I really appreciate it. Ta-da! Yeah, okay.
Nice, dude. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens with them, because I did. If everybody knows, I really see memeing as pure. I know you see it as pure fundamentals, but I see them as pure technicals, right? Because there's really not much, and it looks like a good chart. I mean, they're kind of basing there. And the reality is it's holding that. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here. If they can nail down that thing with Dawkins and like an Elon thing. I mean, because it's like, I know it sounds weird, but I think of all people who could do it, I think Dawkins sit there and say, yo, let's give these guys a shout out. Like let's say we can make a few millionaires. And those guys are millionaires. So it's like, right? Like, it'd be dope if they could sit there. And then the amount of money that could be given to just people who need it, that just makes sense. Like, why?
I guess that's a good point. What we didn't ask, what the Dawkins Foundation was going to do with it.
Oh yeah, dude.
See, Docs, I've muted you, and you can leave the studio whenever you want. But if you could drop in my Telegram the answer to the question, what exactly is the Dawkins Foundation going to do with that money? Are they going to go to Ibiza and get some hookers and booze? Or are they gonna use it as a charity thing too? So let me know the answer to that, and we'll let the world know about that. All right, Pedro, bring up the chart. CROB, and it's on Crow. You'll find it on Gecko Terminal. It's not on Dex on the Dex screeners yet.
Give me 1 second. Here we go. Y'all seeing what I like to read here. Gecko, where's my Gecko terminal? Nope. For whatever reason, it decided to disappear. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up here again. Gecko terminal. Gecko terminal. Here we are. Oh, that's why. Because it was.
Who says donate that money to his wallet?
There it is. Boom. Gecko terminal. And what's the what was it?
CROB.
CROB. All right, here we go.
I haven't looked at this in a while.
Ooh. So yeah, these guys are coming down. I would.
I mean, it just launched 2 hours ago. It's only 2 hours old.
Okay. I'm gonna pick a spot. I would say it's the 1 hour. Here's your I mean, it's definitely below all the moving averages on the smaller time frames. So we definitely would be trending down. But if you're going to see a bounce, this is gonna where you're gonna see the bounce at. It's gonna be that 0.025 to the 0.024. If it goes below here, it's gonna. There's nothing there. Then it goes into price discovery. So, but this is that area that you want to sit there and say, if you're gonna buy, this is where I would buy. We don't have any really overhead resistance here, so I could expect this to. I guess we have it on the 4 hour, but this depends on what actually happens. But like overall, I would sit there and say that lower level here is what I would be looking at ultimately when it comes to this. You have a nice little sell off here and then a rebound. So this definitely acts as a supportive level here. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's what.
Check out. This is the interesting thing about this token. Mm-hmm. Check out the market cap and liquidity.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's actually really good.
I know. It's like a 90. No, it's now it's be about 80% liquidity ratio. It's got a $28 million market cap and $21 million in liquidity. And they intentionally did it. Didn't wind up like that. They paired. They started out that way, and frankly, I can't figure out why the price is so low here on the chart after launch price. It should be much higher. I mean, it's about where I got in, so I'm probably break even here, where it's kind of bottoming out here. Yeah, Jesus says WTF, exactly. Most tokens are a $100 million market cap, but have $2 million in liquidity. These guys have $27 million or $21 million in cash. In it, because they're paired with Solana, and Solana is highly liquid, so it's essentially cash. So they got $21 million in cash sitting around.
It just jumped up. It just literally jumped up $30,000. That's crazy. Did you see that liquidity jump? Did you? I'm shocked. I'm just like, holy crap, bro. That's a nice little liquidity jump there. I mean, that's impressive.
But they also have millions of dollars in there for marketing too, so they're going to blow this thing up, and hopefully, moon it out here. And when not only that, but the volume since they started, it's already been almost $12 million put through this thing already, and on that big green pump up here. Mm-hmm. The money, people were putting $10,000, $20,000 orders in buying it. And unfortunately, they're
What's
using
the tax?
It's no tax.
Okay.
These things don't pump like that with tax. But it's on that sketchy Dex VVS finance.
Oh yeah.
And right here I tried to sell. Right there. I saw it just get a little weakness here, and people were putting big money in, and I'm like, any little weakness, and they're going to sell. So I tried to dump half my bag on it that I got pretty cheaply down here. And I was not able to sell till right around here somewhere. It came halfway down. And just transaction kept failing. In fact, even when I went to enable it to sell on the way up, I said, all right, I got to pre-enable it so it's ready to sell. It wouldn't even do it. That wasn't working. He just kept clicking it. The button was dead. I'm like, these guys are messing around with this website. And it's a very sketchy website. And the transactions take a long time. Even I went one of them. I'm like, max gas, max slippage, whatever. I don't care. Boom. And fail. It's like, mother beep. Anyway, I would have 2x'd my bag, or 2x. I would have 3x'd my bag on the if I had been able to sell. But no, it came shortly. By the time I was able to sell, it came down. It's like it just gave me the creeps. I was like,
Dude, like that's where you got to be really careful with that, because here's the thing, like I bet you this VV, I bet they're holding back so they get part of liquidity. Right, they get part of coins with it.
They get fees. Yep.
Yeah, and so I mean, the reality is they can sit there, they can pump it, they can shut off, and then they themselves, they see a high amount of volume coming in, they just sell off their bag. Like it's one of those things that I think it's kind of crazy. I don't understand that. That's really, really interesting, dude. That's why I did
just
careful with
CROB on, and it got a lot of traction because it raised so much money and paired it in such this way, and the rumor was going around that the Crow Labs, Crypto.com's Labs, their /foundation group, was also behind this. And so, not behind it like they were making it, but they had helped out, thus they were vetted, and it's not a rug pull. So, who knows? But the big sell-off happened. We'll be watching that in the next hour or so. 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. For a little movement. And I bet you it does exactly what Pedro says. I bet you it comes right down to here and then starts rocketing up. Gabriel, thanks for joining the show. Really appreciate it. Have you seen Alpha Trace? I've never even heard of it. Toss us a symbol or something. And Pedro will take a look at it. Alpha Trace. And if it's a real thing, or it's a meme coin, or whatever. Just a quick break here, though, while we figure that out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today on the show. For you new viewers, Pedro and I do this show called DYOR Live. It's a daily show. We try to get out 4 or 5 episodes a week, but we average about 3 a week. This Friday, we'll be doing a full rant Friday, our Twitter Spaces instead of our show. Let me bring up the schedule here. So we'll be on the air Friday for Twitter Spaces for our X Spaces Full Rant Friday, in which we let the viewers come up and just rant about crypto, or rant about anything, perhaps even rant about their ex-spouse or something like that, which is fine. Oh, I love talking about that. But anyway, today, obviously today I didn't update that. We're on the air already. But tomorrow we'll be off the air. It'll be dark tomorrow. You probably can't see it that well. And my shitty yellow lighting today, I don't know why. But I chipped my front tooth.
Bro.
I chipped my front tooth.
I'm just sitting there talking, thinking, why is he ignoring me? Just talking over me. And I looked down and was like, oh, I
thought you had to take a phone call.
Man, I was just like,
oh, Alpha Trace to track wallets. Yes, I have heard of that. Sorry about that, Gabriel.
Oh, we got a new.
Yeah, thank you, Gabriel. How'd you find out about our show here? We always like to ask new viewers how they found us, and Pedro likes to ask, where in the world are you?
Here because of DawkOins.
Oh, well, thanks. You earned a sub here. Great. We always do that. That happens every time we go into a crowd, a new group, and things like that. Their viewers come on and then leave when their boss or their team is gone. But we retain a few of those people. And if you look in the list here, everybody came from somewhere that we rated their thing or had on our show. So thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it.
we typically go over a lot of like a lot of coins. We go over a lot of charting. And one thing I do love, at least for like, and this is where I think me and Tom hold certain similar views, as well as we're juxtaposed on other views. And so I think it's a good balance of, well, I don't know about that, man. And we sit there and we deliberate a lot of times on these views, that what's happening, and whether we're actually qualified to or not. Well,
Who cares?
that's. But I mean, listen, I think ultimately, like, you're more of kind of a liberal.
Liberal.
No, wait, let me finish. More of a liberal libertarian, and I'm more of a conservative libertarian. But you also have a very succinct view of certain things, like get that freaking what is it called? The super liberal people, when they like talk about
The woke people.
woke people. You're like,
Out.
Get it out. And I'm like, let them speak, man. Listen, I fought for this country just so that everybody can speak stupid, even if they want. You know what I'm saying? So it's a nice little.
Yes, Pedro is a veteran of our military services. Pedro, as I always like to say, thank you for your service. You know, I saw a cool thing the other day on I forget what channel it was, but it was all about Pedro is a coastie in the Coast Guard. It was about the unit that's flies the armed helicopters chasing the boats.
Oh, yeah.
Based in I think it was in Jacksonville. This one was based.
Yeah.
And it was a really it was Heavy D Diesel on YouTube. The heavy, what's his name? Heavy D. I'm sure these guys here. It's one of the most popular YouTube channels out there. He flies his own Black Hawk helicopter. This guy, but he went and he did a tour of the Coast Guard branch. That was the guys who fly, like they got the machine gun on the side too, and they're like, well, most of these guys are out here for rescue. We're here for drug interdiction, and it was really cool showing the videos of them finding the boats out there that were smuggling the drugs in and stuff. It was very interesting.
Yeah, the helicopters will be either those are most likely going to be dolphins.
Yeah, they were dolphins. I can't remember the name of the squad. It had some special name. It was just cool.
It's legit, man. I mean, people don't realize, like, there's a lot of drug interdiction that the Coast Guard does. In addition, we do a lot of science base on, like, the Polar Star that actually goes down to Antarctica. Then on top of that, there's a lot of 378s that go out and do drug interdictions by onboarding. And this, it's funny, is like we harass fishermen, but like 30% of the time, like they're carrying
drugs.
They're carrying drugs. So it's like sorry to harass the other, like, 60%, 70%, but there's a reason why we do it. I mean, it's amazing.
One of my good friends was a coastie based out of Key West.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually was like on the ground in Colombia. And they're like,
oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was like, what? I thought you guys were on boats. He goes, oh no, we had interdiction crews and all that type of stuff. We were on the ground in Colombia working with the army there. I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah, when I got in, I thought I was just gonna be safe and be chilling, and I was gonna save lives. I'm more of a pacifist, but I'm just being honest. And it was really interesting, is that on the back end, how much they actually did. And I was like, holy crap, man! Like, if I wanted to, I could shoot somebody. No, but like, in all reality, like, and I bet you, like, I think the Coast Guard probably sees more people who we probably shoot more people, like, in a federal sense than most people. And it sounds horrible to sit there and say that, but there's a lot of stuff that you have to pull your like, especially when you're dealing with drug dealers and people like that. There's a lot of real stuff that they deal with.
Jesus says he's making coca tea right now. He's making the coca.
What is it? Got it.
I'm having my tea right now too, and it's cold.
But jumping back here to some news. So it was really interesting, actually, with the sentiment that's actually happening with Powell, man. I mean, you would think, like, it's almost like him outright saying we're not going to do any more, like, rate cuts. Like, don't even think about it. Like, we barely have inflation under wraps. And I just thought that was really weird that he would say that, and then and the market dropped before. Like, this is where I just don't understand. It's like you would expect that, and it didn't. I just thought that was kind of you know what I'm saying? I thought that was a little bit weird, just simply because it's like, why would you say that? Like the market's already selling off.
We have some insight here. Jesus is from Peru. I used to sell. I had a client down there that would import armored vehicles that I used to make, armored Jeep Grand Cherokees, and one day he got shot.
There you go. There you go.
He's not dead. His back was permanently messed up, and he lived. But what did he send me? He sent me. I think it was a giant box of vodka.
Nice,
like
bro.
Yeah.
Dude, hey, by the way, thank you. Your car worked, but they got me outside of it. Here's a box of vodka. Appreciate it.
Jesus, I never worked for Inca. That was a shady company in our business.
Oh, wow.
I worked for a company in Cincinnati. My business always, when I was really young in the business, I did all the shit work, which was the inquiries and stuff. But the company I worked for, and then later I founded my own company. We did 90% of our business was State Department and Secret Service business, our CMP, all the head of states of the world, that kind of stuff. I got stories out the ass about that stuff, but we were very high priced as a result. And Inca was along with many of those type of companies, were the low priced who competed for the crappy business of the world, and so they had much lower quality, and people died in their cars.
A lot. You talk about being mad that you.
I was in a business like crypto where there's lots of legitimate companies that are at the forefront of research, doing the best, newest stuff and high quality, and then there's like the rug pulls and honeypots and all that type of stuff in crypto, and there's lots of those in the armored vehicle business. When I got into it, there was only like 5 companies in the whole world that did it, and when I got out of it, there's probably 20,000, and so you could see that they were just competing on price to get the business, and it just the quality and a lot of these things were so low. Gabriel says, "How long have you guys been in crypto?" For me, just since the last pump, since 2020. I have a lot of famous stories about ignoring my 13-year-old son telling me to buy Bitcoin in 2013 and not buying it because I thought my son was crazy. And it turns out he's right, and he never let me forget it. Pedro, about the same amount of time.
Yeah, it's about, yeah. I got in around, what's the word? December of 2019. So when I got in November of, like, late November, because I got in originally because of helium. When helium really kind of, before it really started pumping, is when I got into it. So what I would say that's November. And then I bought around that same time, around January or July. I also bought what was it? Shiba Inu around that when it was really low, and then I saw
it.
No, I did. I'm still holding it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And I just, like letting it kind of accumulate. And I was actually mad that the U.S. Department said you can no longer stake anymore. And so that kind of made me mad because I'm like, dude, that's just, anyways, outside of that. But
yeah, Gabriel, I was working in Canada at the time, and my business got crushed by COVID. I had a contract with the Canadian government to service all the armored vehicles at all their embassies around the world, and I had a warehouse of parts and all this kind of stuff. And when COVID hit, all those people came home. They came home from the embassies, and they didn't go back for years. They stayed home for 2 years. And only essential personnel would occasionally go, and and I had a warehouse full of really expensive parts. I mean, a freaking windshield costs me $10,000 to buy. To resell to them, it costs, twice that as much. And specialty brake systems and all the things you can imagine that the heavy-duty custom car would need, I had in a warehouse. And I was paying the VIG on that. I was paying the VIG, interest building up, credit extended and stuff. And finally, I had to call the government and say, you either got to buy this stuff or I'm done. Because there's no other client for them because they're so custom. You can't resell them to another government, and they said we can't buy them, and I said all right. So I just shut her down, got rid of all the parts, did the best I could getting rid of them on the I'll call it the eBay market, but not just on the returned what I could, and I was done. 27 years in that business, and I was like, that's it. COVID put me down, and I'm like, now what am I gonna do? Hey, crypto's here. Hey, crypto. It's a longer story in how I got into the crypto part of it and the broadcasting part of it. But that's what the transition was for me. And I've been basically full-time since then. Lots of side jobs, though, to keep the cash coming in, especially during the bear market. But we're looking forward to this bull market here for the next 6 to 8 months, filling the coffers here.
Oh,
okay,
bro.
real. Oh,
I know, dude. I just read that. I was like, ooh, dude. You even had 8 mil, bro. No, it got up to 78 cents, right?
Yeah. At
its highest?
Yeah, in 2017, it was, it was 2 zeros less than that, or 3 zeros. Oh, yeah. I have see, we call this section Tom's Tangents, where I just ramble on about other things. I played this game back in the day when everyone first got Robinhood accounts. We're like, oh, cool, look, we're trading crypto. And it wasn't really crypto because it was just their internal fund accounts, And we had this thing about a bunch of my college buddies and I we all kind of used the restroom at the same time of the day, as they say. And so we had this game. We play who can make the most money in Doge while you're on the crapper. And I mistakenly bought $11,000. I was trying to buy like 11,000 tokens, and I bought $11,000 worth of Doge, and it was at 4 cents. And I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, look, and I looked at my balance, like available cash, and I was like, why is it 0? What did I do? And I looked at my cryptocurrency holdings, I go, oh my God. And of course, at that time, I'm thinking Doge could go to 2 cents, and I would lose half my money. And I'm like, I better sell this. And I about an hour later, I sold it, and I was actually up about $300. And so I won the who made the most money on the crapper game. But I was like, oh, thank God I got out of that. It wasn't 2 days later, it was at 9 cents. And I'm like, oh my God. And if you remember, it went 9 cents, 12 cents, 15. Yeah. And then it was 20 and it hung out there for a minute. And I'm like, all right, I better buy some more. So I bought in a little bit more, but I only bought, a little bit. And then it just started rocketing up. And as the hype was building, by that time I had learned a few lessons, and I was like, before Elon went on Saturday Night Live, I sold everything out. Because I knew that was going to be a sell the news event type thing. And it was. After that, that was the top. That was the top of the whole market back then, wasn't it? Everything that was the top.
Yeah, it really was. That's when it was absolutely insanity. I think what was really interesting is when it got to it, when it gets. I wonder who the next, because like the first couple bull runs has been Michael Saylor, and now it's Elon. But who do you think the next person will be? Like, I think it's going to be Trump. Tell you the truth. I think
the guy's printing money with his stupid Truth Social thing.
Dude, he is making ridiculous amount of money, bro. He literally was going to pay off the thing. He's like, I just don't want to spend my cash on. Right. Dude, I was just like, dude, that you talk about something that will pay him for and his family for the rest of, and I don't think it's going away, because if you think about it like this, and this is like really important to understand. Like the people that are on that site, like they're not going anywhere. Like it's already it's like, and when I say like those people, I mean I'd go on Truth Social simply because like you've got a lot of good people that will listen and like really fund you, take care of you. You know, I'm like, dude, you know, we should do something over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm serious, because from the amount of money that is generated and produced, bro, like that would be. I think we could get some traction over there. Just saying, you know.
Yeah, well, I don't doubt you on that, Pedro. I got just pulled up banter bubbles behind me here, and I'm looking at the week here. It's been a tough week here. A couple of tokens up here. No name. Jupiter's still up 30%. That's amazing that that's up, and the whole market's down. ENA token. I don't have any idea what Athena token is. Up 100%. Jesus, I love the site too. It's really, what I really like to do is I like to go and compare it, change the settings to compare it, instead of in USD, compare it to Bitcoin. So you can see how things are faring in the prices as compared to Bitcoin, and you can see the relative dominance. WIF is doing 25% better, up 25% against the Bitcoin price in this ENA token or Athena, whatever it is, and Core is still up, finally starting to correct a little, but that thing just pumped 227% against Bitcoin this week. Just amazing type of stuff going on there. That thing gonna go to $5. I don't know which one. Jupiter's gonna go to $5. Let's look at Jupiter here real quick. Pedro, why don't you bring up Jupiter and see what the TA says about Jupiter?
Pull it up here. That's one of the ones I wish I when they had just launched, man, I learned about them.
Although I don't get, in a couple of other places around the internet, I've seen people give Jupiter grief, like their tech is crappy or there's something, and maybe Pedro, you could ask in your day trader group what they think of Jupiter from a user perspective, because I've heard people fade on it pretty heavily, but the token pumps. There's no doubt about that.
Dude, like, look,
Jesus says he bought at launch at 63 cents. Nice.
Bruh.
68 cents. Very nice. Very nice.
Bruh. Like, nice. Like, what do you, 3x? But here's the thing. You got, what's their APY on staking? I heard it was good.
I don't have an answer to that. I'm sure Jesus will let us know here.
It was supposed to be really good. Jupiter, let's look at this here real quick. So they're definitely kind of selling off here. You have that 8 weekly chart here. We can potentially see a sell-off to this level right here. Daily, boom. So we can see something right here. In addition to that, it's weekly. I don't know why I said daily. Boom. Let me remove that. We'll just click. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Weekly demand. So you definitely could see a $1.19 to a $1.20, or excuse me, a $1.19 to a $1.05 area, especially with that 8-period moving average sitting there. We look at the daily. It's also at a point where we did have a sell-off, and then it pushed back up. So you've got some decent demand. So if we do see a sell, this would be that area that you want to get picking up at. And then if you look at from a monthly standpoint, if it continues to sell off, I would look to see kind of get in at this level here as well. Give me 1 second. Right here would be another area at that 63.45 cent area. That's a nice little area here. You can definitely tell you had a lot of volume at this level here, where people definitely sold off the top here and then pretty much reinvested their bag around this level here on this week. So there's a nice little, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens once it reaches the peak here. This level right here it's already finding support here as well. So it depends on if the market continues down, it's going to find it really hard to fight against Bitcoin. But if it does, I would look to kind of capture prices around these lower levels here.
Sorry, I was just answering a few personal messages about
Okay.
about the show and stuff like that. Got a couple nice things said. Hey.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. You always try, I mean, I'm not trying to please them, but I try to really make it interesting and fun and having a good time here. But jumping back over here, I know we brought up Hex yesterday. I said, oh, nice little pump here. Yeah, interesting. It straight hit our 8-period moving average and just simply sold. Well, it's kind of selling off here, so it's gonna be really interesting to see that. I mean, it kind of could pump here. I'm not saying it will, but I mean, it kind of could. The fact is that we closed green on this level here, and it didn't, it didn't go red. So typically that's a sign. The only problem is you don't have enough volume to substantiate that buyer volume there. But it did close green. So if people don't use volume, I could see them wanting to come in. My all-time favorite here, helium. Helium coming back down to my levels here that I want to see. I was expecting it to kind of come down. So that's it's close to the 550 area. I'm hoping for that 40 or that $4.08. Why is that so hard? $4.80 area here to the 450. If we go below that, then I'm definitely going to be kind of buying in at these lower levels. I literally love what they're doing. I do have a bag here, but they're helping build the new tech for internet. They literally have a miner that allows other IoT networks to be able to send information on their miner, and a lot of IoT networks do use them, and they get paid for it. And additionally to that, they have an internet
Who do you got up there?
miner.
Helium?
Yeah, helium. Yeah, so they have a internet device that allows you to be able to make money as well. So it sends off internet to people, walker buyers, stand buyers, and they're doing a good job on that. So it's really interesting. Yeah. Oh.
It's giving Zimbabwe time. Royal Q in the house.
What's up, Royal?
Oh, Gabriel, his phone died. I wonder why you weren't commenting. I was telling my story about switching from COVID to crypto. That's funny. I was like, that's funny. He asked about it. Anyway, Royal Q, thanks for joining us all the way from Zimbabwe. Market's kind of hanging out, not doing much right now, other than going down slightly. But it hasn't, as we said at the beginning of the show, it hasn't performed as badly as everyone thought it was going to yesterday.
Definitely. If we hold steady here, we'll see what happens with the S&P, because I'm just shocked with Powell's statement today, bro. Like, it's just nuts, right?
I didn't see it at all. I didn't see it at all. You're giving me the alpha on that.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like blown away by that. I don't get it. But the market is kind of holding strong here, so we're actually seeing a little push up on the S&P 500, which is a good sign. But it's just really interesting. Sorry.
That was me yesterday.
Yeah, but I do like helium here. I really like it at these lower levels as well. If I can get it back down at that $2, $1 area, I'm buying it up. So let's see what's up. ICP, our good old friend. It's just, dude, look at this thing, dude. Anytime there's a sell-up, bro, it just gets eaten up. They don't budge. Like, come on down. Like, come on down to these areas here. Kaz is still selling off. Boom. Here we go. Oh, this was the other one I wanted to bring up, KuCoin. So since KuCoin had all that negative news, right, that's going on with the anti-money, or the laundering of money and all that other stuff, but they're still a great organization and they make a ton of money, right? So the reality is their KuCoin, the coin is selling off. So I'm thinking that this is a great, for myself, a great deal for me. So I'm looking for it around the $7, $8 mark area here. I like it at that price. Definitely that's almost half its value, 50% of a sell-off. If not, if we could even see it come down to that $6 area, which would be the next area that I would be looking at. This right here, 630 or 620 to the 580. That's another area that I would be looking to take part in, just simply because, well, I think it's a good deal right now. I don't see it fully going just bankrupt. They're just, I don't. They've got a really good money making system here, and I don't see them closing up shop with it. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what happens with it. But if we start to see some bigger sell-offs, it makes sense to me to get them at these lower levels until we start to see a big push up. But once we meet this area right in here, that 987 area, I'll be looking. So, you know, like I said, I'll put 20, and then 40% here, or 60% down in these lower levels. Either way, I thought that was a good deal that we're watching.
Shane says, buy more stag, or I'll send Alfie to your door. Your coffee cups will be destroyed. Alfie is, I can't remember if it's the cat or the dog. I can't, don't remember.
Oh yeah,
it must be the dog if it's going to destroy the coffee cup. Well, I don't know, it could be the cat. The cats fucking screw things up too.
They definitely can. So we'll check out Caspa here real quick. Caspa has come down here to the previous demand area here. Had a lower high, lower low. So I'd expect it to come back down to these other lower levels. Again, that 7 area, a $7, or excuse me, 7 cent, 779 to that 715 area. Net Z has pretty much bounced off our
Holy shit,
area.
where did that go down to?
Yeah, Net Z is down to 2 cent, or no, it's down at 3 cents now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Net Z, man. Where's the Net Z crowd, man? I'd love to see them coming
They're
back
sulking.
in.
I mean, my god, I can't believe it sold off more. I mean, it's down below. That's not a good sign at all. Not at all.
Well, it's, you know, I also look at Net Z in this aspect of they're still working through their system, right? So if you believe in what they're doing and everything that goes along, man, this right here, it's in self-discovery. So what we want to see, and this is really important, right, is I'm going to show this here. We want to see it get above the 8-period moving average, right? And this is really important. You want to see something like this where it goes up, comes down, finds support, and we want to see that moving average look something. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Delete that. You want to kind of see this kind of do this right here, right, and then start to do that, right? You want to see that peak, and what you want to see is price do this right here. Price kind of come up. Wait, why did it just do that? I don't understand. Boom. Come on. You know what? Give me 1 second. Cross. There you are. Let's make this right here. And then I'm going to do this again.
They're on a lot of exchanges. In fact, most of their supply is on exchanges, so I have to imagine that a couple of larger, earlier holders in it saw the price decline and just said, oh, there's problems. I mean, with all the other level 1s going up like crazy and level 2s going up, and this is up, going down, that's not a good sign. And I'd like to hear from the mainnet Z guys, people on what's going on and what, the plan to resurrect this thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our good friend meme coin pepez, who I talked about a lot and which absolutely went flying, totally just got blown out, hammered by this decline in price, because what happened when this started the sell-off here, it caused the liquidity pool that Pepsi was based on to decline rapidly, and it freaked out a couple of the larger holders, and they just dumped dumped the chart. They took 10x out of it in about 10 minutes.
Oh,
And yeah, and it was brutal. It was a very small amount of people too. The coin did have a lot of didn't have enough liquidity. It was bootstrapping itself up and adding liquidity all the time, but didn't get enough, and it just got eviscerated because of this. And that's what happens though when you you go in a pool that isn't strong. It goes up fast, but it goes down fast. And if the token is paired with a coin that isn't that strong or that deep, you can see these big swings, but that really hurts. Pitmonk, remember if Pitmonk got a lot of his family in this and at much higher prices than this.
Man, where is Petty anyways, man? He needs somewhere to sulk. He need to get back over here. We got his back, man. I mean, look, sometimes it's the way it rolls, man, and just you got to roll with it. Like, if you're in it, you're in it. You got to. So this is how it rolls, right? And you got to push through it. Now, it all depends. If we can see today clean the volumes, you see how we have a lot of volume coming in here? That lot of volume is kind of impressive, especially after the sell-off here. And it's right at the previous high. The previous low here. So that right there is a good sign that if we're seeing that amount of buying coming in, that could potentially be, the price discovery basically being stopped. But it's got to clean over. It's got to get over today's volume. Like we have to. You got to see a lot of buys coming in, which looks pretty hot here. I mean, look, it's getting hot to trot. We've seen volume step in right here. And it's picking up, so that's not a bad thing. I mean, look at it. If you look at it from here, you're seeing a lot of kind of green area, a lot of buys, and that's what you need to see. I want to see it pop up, come back down, find support. We want to see a higher low, right? Once we see a higher low and we start to see that 8-period turnaround, that's a huge deal. That would be something that I would definitely be looking as a trader to say, all right, here, it broke off here, it came back down, tested, put in a higher low, and then started pushing up. That would be the area. And typically, like with a lot of these smaller coins, right, is they always do come back and test the lows. Like this is always what we see, right? So
yeah, that is true.
Right. So look, and I know we were, a lot of people were like, oh, it's moving. And I said, look, this isn't a bad, this just means there's a lot of trading going on here, right? It's not a bad thing. So as there's trading, that's money coming into the ecosystem. That trading is not bad. So I would, look, it's coming off. There isn't much resistance for supply wise, except for this area right here. And this would be something you could see it come up, pop up to that 8 cent. I mean, and we were looking at it like at 2 cent, or what is it, 3 cent right now, 2 8 cent, 9 cent. It's a 4x right there. It could do that within a day or two. So that's not a bad thing. But we've got to see it pop up above that 8-period and hold with good volume. So it's, today's, it is, what is it, almost 2 o'clock. It's 1:30 here. So, or 1:40, excuse me, 1:48 in the Saturn East Coast time. So if we're going to move, we kind of want to see it move now, but it's showing some decent volume today. So if we can get,
all right, go ahead. Sorry, finish. Good.
If we can close today above yesterday's previous candle with good volume, and then we see it come up back up and then come back down and put a higher low in, that's what you want to see.
All right, I'm going to switch my screen over to what the mayor of Akron has reminded us about. Green Miner, gem. Look at this chart. There is no selling on this chart. And when you first brought it up, Mayor, it was maybe my whiteboard. It was like the beginning of March sometime. Right in here when I started following, my whiteboard is not working. Why doesn't that fucking work? Anyway, it was right here. And the price It was just over 8 cents, or I'm sorry, 80 cents. Now it's at $1.50. Yeah, $1.55, and it just keeps going up every day. And there's a little hint of a sell here and there, and stuff like that. But it's always like $5. It just keeps going up. I didn't you bring the green miner guy on here, Mayor? If you did, let's reach out to them again. I would like to have them on the show to talk about what is going on with the mining and using renewable energy. I don't know if you've seen our past episodes, but I did a lot of the people I talked to in Canada are in the mining business for BTC and so forth, and or the infrastructure behind it, the power, the facilities, all that type of stuff. And so I like talking about mining, even though I don't do it at all. I'd like to talk about it. So, Mayor, if you can get that green miner guy, my contact info, love to talk to him about this project. It just keeps going up. Just it's like one of those go up. Just starting in the middle of February, just started going up. Let me look at. This is the 4-hour chart. Pedro says, look at the daily chart.
Always the daily, dude. That's nice.
That's the daily chart.
Yeah. Where did it start at? What is
started at 10 cents.
Not bad, dude. That is not bad at all. That's a 15x.
Yeah, and it's done a lot of those X's since we first talked about it, and the guy was on the show, and I should have bought it. Pedro, I'm dropping the link to that in your TG. Oh, Pitmonk's responded to me. Let's see what Pitmonk has to say. Anyway, the mayor says, sure, I can bring them back. They just got their big $40,000 miners online yesterday. Oh, shit, these guys are going to rock and roll. I better put $20 in that one. I better get all the winnings I'm going to get from who's talking about the UConn versus Purdue in the finals of the Final Four. We're going to bet 1,000 net Z, and if Purdue has to play UConn, I will not be taking that bet at all. Nope. Purdue has a big guy on their team that we won't have next year. He's 7'2" or something like that, and he's a good basketball player. But UConn has a guy on their team that's like 7'2", 7'3", but he's a big specimen of a man. He is a human being that is a machine built to just tear you apart, and he is really good. Kind of dominates here. All right, so what was I looking at here? Back to what was Pedro talking about on mainnetz?
No,
they
bring
pumped today
on
because
Green Miner here, bro. Bring them on. Like, I want to know, because they have done whatever they have done. They are killing it. I mean, this thing is like real. Look at it. Follow that 8-period moving average. And you can see this. Look, this is hot. Like, this is sexy, bro. This is exactly. They break it, consolidate, break, consolidate, pop, break, consolidate. Dude, this is for a daily chart to look like this. This is normally a 5-minute chart that looks like this. 27 to 70, dude, boom.
Yeah, well, one of the things the mayor here just said is that they are burning a lot of stuff here. They're using their extra solar power from their home systems to mine Caspa, use mined funds to buy back and burn the chart. So if you notice in this period, though, liquidity has not increased a big amount since then. The liquidity, I would, if we could chart the liquidity, it hasn't 3x'd since we've spoken. So they're burning that price up here. So that's different than a lot of buys. There are buys. You can go look and see that there are buys too. So this has this thing's got a lot of legs. I mean, you put a little money in that, and they keep up this the way they're going. God, if I'd only just listened to these guys and just bought it when they were on, popped in the comments before. Jesus.
That's hilarious, man. Well, you know what? Sometimes, but somebody just don't know. I mean, there's ones we buy and they're on here, and then they kind of fall apart, right? So, it's kind of
Right, because you can look if you flip back to their chart real quick, you can see that their daily volume was just $210. And so a lot of their price increase is burning, and not a lot of dollars going. Let's track that. I might throw a little cash monies in them. What are they? They're BNB, right? You know what? I'm sorry. Hold on. I did buy them. Hold on. I think I do. I own Gem. I bought it back then. Oh, where's my
Oh,
I'm excited. Oh, snap. The question is, how much did I buy? If I can't remember that I bought it, I think I did, because I remember looking for something in a wallet, and I was like, what is that? Gem. Oh, it's somewhere in here. Oh, be there. Oh, not in that wallet. Be there. Gem, there it is. 123 Gem I bought. When did I buy it, though? What day? What day did I buy it? Why does it say I have no activity? You know what? I just started using MetaMask in the past few months for this new bull run. MetaMask is the worst effing wallet out there. It is terrible. I use Phantom also for stuff, and Phantom is great. It shows you everything. It clicks to things. Everything works. There's prices. Shows your history exactly. MetaMask's like no activity, yet it shows that you own it. Well, how can there be no activity if you own it and it's in your wallet? Oh, it drives me crazy.
You should be able to click on it and get where you bought it.
It won't even bring up the transaction. I gotta go to the fucking F and BSC scan and F and find it.
Are we getting Tom riled up over here? Shoot. Just buy it. Never do your own
designed
research.
software.
No.
I've always hated. That's why I never liked Apple, because they had so much poorly designed software. What they did is they removed features and restricted you to only a few things, because they could only get a few things right, and the rest of the stuff they just messed up completely. So they're like, "Whoa, we don't do that. That's security risk." It's a security risk, not because it's a security risk. It's a security risk because your coders are so terrible. This was in the 90s, in the early 2000s, in the first iPhones. I'm sure they've hired better people now, but still, drives me nuts. All right, when did I buy this stuff here? Token transfers. Green miner.
Let's jump on while you're looking at that. Let's go over some of the charts here real quick while we're there. One of the ones that we were looking at was B2M. You can see here that this one did come down. Where's our zone here? So we were supposed to have a zone down in. That's trash. Let's try this here again. So this was the area that we were looking at, right? You can see that it came down to our area here. Oh, wait, did it just delete? Did I accidentally delete all of them? When I did.
I'm up 2x. Well, I'm up 1x. I've doubled my investment in Green Miner. Thank you very much, Green Miner. Green Miner.
Looks like we holding it. Yeah.
We holding.
We holding, baby. Holding. Holding bolden. All right, guys. So you can see here with Near is looking sexy. AF. Look, it came up, found support at our area here. Went up a little, came back down. So if this thing does continue, we would want to play either down in these lower levels here and Near, or play at that 100 period moving average. The 50 doesn't really have any. Why am I yawning? I'm not even tired or anything like that. Anyways, you can see here that these lower levels right here, I like it just simply because these have already been kind of traded. There's not much of a oh wait, right. That will forgive me. Let me go ahead and place this right here real quick. We'll use that on the daily. Let me play.
I still hold some Near. I got in there at about 4. What's it at now?
It's at 6.
Yeah, I went up to 9. I was contemplating selling it. It was right when they were talking at the NVIDIA conference, and I'm like, this is a sell the news event.
Yep.
And it really wasn't a sell the news event, but the whole market kind of retraced after that, and I should have sold it and bought it back. I was close to doing that, but I didn't.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily looking like it's super strong right now. We're bouncing off. We bounced off that 8 period moving out. We had the crossover, the 8 and 20. I expect it to come back down to at least that 5, in all honesty, is where I'm going to see. We are finding support here on that 6, but you can see how now it's starting to sell off. So I would expect it to come back down and test these lower levels of 5. And then if that does not hold, we've traded through all of this area already. So the next portion is down at these lower levels here. So we'll see what happens. I think we'll hold here because during a bull market, you buy, right? And since we know that the halvening is happening soon, I would expect to see this thing pull back into a demand area, i.e. like that $5 mark, and then capture the next new highs from here. We didn't fully get up to that $10 mark, but still it's a decent mark here, like where we're selling off to. This was, oh, look, shoot. All right, so this, I forget who these guys were. Dimension. Yeah, Dimension. Yep. Dimension. I think we were talking about them all the way down here, right? I think we caught on to, no,
Yeah,
it was
Kaching, oops, I hit the wrong button there.
okay.
Kaching brought us onto this group. That chart looks like every other chart of a protocol that launched right about at that same time. Just
Yeah.
all the same.
Yeah. Gabriel, you typed
about Dot?
is one of my midterm. Oh, Dot. What about Dot? Yeah, we'll go over Dot here in just a second. Dot's one of my faves too as well. It's an OG of an OG. I'll be holding on to that probably for the next 30 years in all reality. I've definitely gotten my initial investment out of it and looking to really get in at these lower level, or even I'm just accumulating because they're still killing it. They're still creating good products, still doing. I think it's, anyways, we'll jump into that in just a second. But let's talk about Dimension here. Dimension is definitely playing off of this demand area here, right? So I would expect to see it kind of come back down. We're not holding this level here. We put a lower high in, so I'd expect a lower low here now to come back in. We've got this daily chart on the daily sitting right here. It's not much. This is the only area here that I would sit there and say we could potentially see. So this area right here where I can see is coming back down to, that's that 4948 mark area here. And then after that, it's a slippery slope all the way down here. So it ain't so good. Let's check out Zeta. Zeta is finding still support at these lower levels. I expected to see it coming back down into this level here again, that 144, and potential down to that 113, 111 area. I'll move into the next bull run. I'm checking out Alfie. Aletheum definitely came down, hit our zone here. Now definitely rallied back up. So that's looking sexy here. Now, Aletheum, who I remember who they were. Do you remember who Aletheum was, though?
They were a group similar to Caspa. They
Yes.
were doing bringing out some expensive miners too, and stuff like that. And
Yes.
that's why their chart kind of looks like Caspa's.
Yes. So, but you can see how here, right here, hitting this lower level here, I like a lot. If we sell off from here, that next level, because we put in a lower high and we've actually eaten the rest of this zone here, I would expect us to see it come down to these lower levels, which is the $1 or $1.80, $1.70 mark, and that $1.43-ish area between this level here. So we're gonna see how that works out. But actually, let me post this right here. It's really hot. So I like this here. The fact that this did hit it but didn't, that we saw a new higher high here, is one of those things that it is a bullish thing for me. If it fails through here, the next real spot then is kind of all the way down at these lower levels at 23 cents. I don't think we're gonna see that though, just simply because I think it's pretty good. You know, they've got good marketing, they got money coming in, and coming from 7 cents in the bear market, it's done phenomenal. I mean, 7 cents. That is phenomenal. 5 cents. This is Alphium to 384. Yo, that's fire. You guys, that's respect to that.
Yeah, what's the date of the when the kink happened here?
Oh, it would be, yeah, let me pull that up.
See, look at me ripping off one of your terms there, huh?
Oh, kink. There we go, bro.
This old man's learning something here.
It's about time. Oh, my bad.
Man, I need a haircut. I'm starting to look homeless. I need to wear my sunglasses just as a hairband so I don't get Grandpa Munster hair.
Give me 1 second. Here we go.
And the mayor of Akron, your green miner friend is already in my in the DYOR Media chat room here.
Awesome. Boom. Let me pop up here real quick. 8.
Shane says I hate MetaMask too. I can't stand it, and I just wanted to have one on my browser to use, and then I was in one other thing that it just didn't work on the SafePal for some reason. I don't remember why, so I had to use MetaMask, and I was just like, oh, this is awful. It's just awful. And you know what, Trust Wallet, I stopped using Trust Wallet a while ago because it got crappy, and SafePal was much better than it. But then Trust Wallet ramped it up. I mean, before you couldn't swap in Trust Wallet, or not swap, but the bridge and all that kind of stuff, and now you can. And there's lots of features in Trust Wallet there wasn't.
Yeah, so that kink started right here. That would have been November 18th.
All right, so we weren't talking about them then. We started talking about them in January.
Yeah, so January would have been right.
Yeah, they had an initial pump, right? Yeah, right there. It's kind of when we started talking about them.
Right here. So yeah, it came down. I would expect them to have come down to here, right at this level. So just shy of that level, and then just exploded. And that's that. I think I even put this here as well, like that 86 area, because it's definitely, because that would have been previous, actually more right here. That 70 cents here is, it's actually a decent, not a bad area. Let me see here real quick.
I spelled PAL wrong.
Let me play through it. How's Bonk doing, anyways, by the way?
I haven't paid attention to Bonk at all.
Yeah, boom. There we go. Oh yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this right here is sitting right here. That's this nice little zone, man. That's a nice little. That 70-cent mark area, 72 cent. That's a nice little area for Alphium. All right, now let's check out Dot here real quick. Finish it up here. Boom. Dotty dot. Where are you, Dot? There you are.
Yeah, I just asked Pal when we first spoke about it, and it said in the episode on March 15th, but that's not right. It must not. It must be in the, what Pal does. It goes and reads the transcripts from our videos, and unless I go and correct the transcripts where it gets it wrong, where the voice recognition gets it wrong, then the AI isn't right. It's close though.
So nice. It came down to our area that we expected it to, down at this lower level right here. Boom, bounce. So yeah, the fact is that we did not put a higher high in right here. I'm expecting this to come back down now to that 5 cent or that $5 mark, 5.33 from the 8. So that's going to be a nice little buy for myself. We potentially could find support at the $6, but either or, I'm looking for myself to be getting in at this level right here. Both these areas here are hot to me. Right here, this is like a big booty, super smart woman here. It's just hot, hot. Right there.
It's Selena Gomez at age 16.
Ugh. Sorry, I'm not into the young. Don't even. The younger girls, I'm good. I don't need none of that. I don't need none of that drama. I'm an old man. I like a woman, not a girl.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the quality entertainment you get on the DYOR Media Network.
Polka dot. All right, you want me to check out? As you guys can see right here, Mr. Polka dot. Boom, boom. I like them. I like these guys. If I could see these guys even back down at that $2 mark, I would. I'd buy it down here, like legit, like real. I just don't see them going anywhere. They're literally the foundation of crypto. What they built, the protocol, how they set everything up. I just see them. If anything, I would see Swift really trying to work with them on how they built the system. Speaking of Swift, dude, they are getting stupid. Like they're really like, oh my goodness, bro, it's scary. Like it's legitly scary. I don't even know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's like really. Listen, reach out to your congressman, congresswoman, or statesman and stateswoman, Lord, whatever you want, whatever part of country you're a part of, or whatever country you're in. You need to do something, because if we set up a CBDC and Swift system is going through and sets thing up, crypto as we know it will be just, dude, they want.
The man will be all over us like,
literally, they will be able to shut down everything. That was awesome.
You have been assimilated into the board.
Yeah, straight up. It will be. It's going to be bad. Anyway, so that's about it.
Yeah, I need to get going here, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time of the day. Got to get stuff done. Actually, what I need to get done is I need to get food in my stomach. I'm sitting here fading, and I'm like, why am I fading so much? Because I haven't had anything to eat except a banana and 3 cups of tea.
That would get
2 in the afternoon here.
Yeah, because everything we do here is
it's 1 in the afternoon. Only a 2-hour show for us today, Pedro. We're slacking.
Dude, I know, right? But I mean, listen, we're both old men here, so it's not like we can you know what I'm saying?
Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I enjoy having all of you on the show here.
Always.
I got to tell you, Pedro, we had so far YouTube has counted us today at 173 viewers.
What? Dude, they're normally behind. Dude, they're actually keeping up then. Impressive. Or are they? I bet you.
Well, it'll kick over 200 here in the next probably hour or two as
Nice.
YouTube catches up and stuff. But this is one of the most viewed shows that we've had, and thanks to the Richard Dawkins and the Dawcoins crew and C-Docs. Man,
Yeah.
C-Docs. Why don't I remember that? It's actually a hard one for me to say for some reason. For coming on the show here today. Yeah, Jesus, right. It is nice. It's nice when you get to see so many viewers, and I'm glad we got Gabriel in here, a new viewer.
Yeah, glad to have Gabriel. Always.
Every time we get a new
always.
viewer, I really appreciate it, especially ones that are interactive like this and ask us
Yes.
questions. Like I was telling someone else was saying, we really enjoyed your show. And it's really liked how interactive it is. I said, I know, I have to be interactive. It keeps the crowd there. And I said, when you're a small channel bootstrapping yourself up, you have to. And I said, then when we get big and famous, then you can all just go F off.
Never. I will never. But the thing is, we're gonna have to slow down because like some of these main things I'm watching, they have 400 or 500 people, man. It's like, we're gonna have to sit down like, dude, like, and I want to make sure that we always stay close. Where I want to stay grassroots here, and because that's how we keep our ears to the ground, right? That's how we don't lose. That's how we don't lose, right? Is we pay attention to who help us out, who give us like, hey, go check out this coin. Hey, check out this, right? You get so big, you lose track of those things, and then all of a sudden, a Shiba Inu or Dogecoin that we just happen to miss out on, and it's just like, dang it. Right?
Well, we'll be keeping the eye out, or keeping the ear to the ground, as they say, on Friday. As I said, tomorrow will be dark. Tomorrow, let's get it up right here. There, Thursday, I'm going to get my tooth fixed here. I got a little chip in it right here. And maybe get these things whitened a little bit. I've changed this tea, and I drink enough of it that it's not good for my teeth. So maybe get a little whitening going on, my tooth fixed. And then Friday, we're going to be back with Full Rant Friday. Right here, it says right here. Chuck, wherever you are today, you missed us today.
Missed you, brother.
So we'll have an X Spaces Full Rant Friday here. Maybe we'll get some other people, some celebrities. Maybe Elon will drop in as they did for Mr. Dawkins coin. Well, yes, Jesus, I've been a hillbilly, and my girlfriend, my wife, I can't let that slip anymore. My wife said, she said, I'll be back in Chicago on the 9th. She said, you have to have that fixed by then, or I'm not coming back.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, Chuck's in the house. Oops, wrong one.
Oh, snaps. What up?
Yeah, Chuck said he had a busy day. He actually went to bed at a decent time last night, he said, and had to get a lot of stuff done. But thanks for listening, Chuck. We had a great show today. Great conversation, great crew in, and yes, Jesus, that keeps you coming back, the interaction. And I'll tell you, I'll keep it up as long as I can until we have to get big enough where we have to have like separate chats, like OG chat and noob chat or something like that. Then we'll hire like a whole village in the Philippines to respond as me to the noob chat.
Dude, I don't think they. You know what? I look at it like this, man. I mean, we'll just bring him into the DYOR, TY or TG. You know what I'm saying? Just like, come on.
Yeah, don't forget we've got the DYOR Media, Striking's Crypto Smackdown Telegram room, where historically it's just been me posting what's coming up with the show and things like that. But they're starting to get enough people there that go in there that some decent conversations happen, and it's not AMA type stuff and you'll pump this or pump that. It's just discussion about stuff, discussions about our projects and things that we're involved in that we can actually say in a semi-public environment. And then I also have the Striking's private investment room for things that we're not really supposed to talk about on the air, because every good YouTuber has his private room and that type of stuff. Currently, nothing goes on in our private room because we have nothing to talk about. But actually, if you're interested at all in the Audit Chain software release, let me know, because that gets talked about in the private room only.
Definitely, that's going to be fun.
The Telegram, Jesus, is just go to TG and search DYOR Media.
I already did it. Posted in. If you look right there, right underneath you, Jesus, you could see it. Jesus, our Lord and Savior. Kubora. All right, dude. Before I get struck down by lightning here.
All right, guys. Gentlemen.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
That's the end of the show here. Pedro, thank you very much.
Always, man. It's always fun. Hey, guys, you be safe out there in this crypto jungle here. Be safe. Make sure you're looking over your shoulder, and always carry a bulletproof crypto vest. Boom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We had a great show for you today. Those numbers keep ticking up here today. Love it when we have a successful day like this. Like I said, we won't be on the air tomorrow. On Thursday, we'll be dark, but Friday we'll be back with the X Spaces. So keep an eye out on Twitter for an announcement about that, or in your TG room where I usually just spam it anyway. But we had a great time today. Once again, my name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the digital media world. So glad to be hosting another episode of DYOR live here on the DYOR I tried to get it all out on the DYOR Media Network. We'll be back with you shortly. See ya! Thank you guys for posting all the way to the end.
Definitely.